This is Mr. Ward, and this is a video on the 2018 8th grade Math MCAS selected questions. So this is on number 40, which is about functions and not functions. So it asks, which of the following is not a function? And these are these weird little diagrams. They have a formal name. They're called mapping diagrams, and they're a way of generalizing some sets of related data. The key thing you want to remember about functions is that you can never use an input more than once. Outputs can be used as many times as you want, but each individual input leads to a distinct output. It can't lead to more than one output. Multiple different inputs can lead to the same output. That's fine as long as they're each coming from their own they're each coming predictably from an input. So if we look at at A, 0 as an input leads to 0, 1 leads to 1, 2 leads to 2, 3 leads to 3. That's a function because it is predictable what the output will be if you have the input. For this set of inputs, or known as a domain, they all lead to themselves in the output or range. So this is a function, so we can't say not a function. So that's a function. B, 0 predicts 0, 1 predicts 1, 2 predicts 3, and 3 predicts 2. That's a function as well. All of our inputs are unique. C, 0 predicts 0, 1 predicts 1, 2 and 3 both predict 3, but they only predict one thing each. So 2 predicts 3 and 3 predicts 3. Neither of them predict anything extra. So that's a function. So we can rule that one out from our question. Now we're down to D. 0 is fine. It predicts just one thing. 1 predicts just one thing, predicts 2, but 3, we don't know what we're getting. We're getting 0, we're getting 3, we're getting 0. So it's an unpredictable situation. So this one is our answer. It is not a function. It's perfectly legitimate mathematically, but if you were concerned specifically with functions, which are useful in predictive modeling in mathematics and all sorts of fields of study and applications, then this is not a function. Circles are not functions. If you were to graph this, you would, in a sideways parabola would not be a function. Both of those would not be functions because you could draw a vertical line through them and you would go through the relation at least twice somewhere. A key test for if it's a function or not, if it's a function and you graphed it, there would be no place on the function where you could draw a vertical line and it would go through, the vertical line would go through a point more than once. If it goes through a point more than once, then vertical line has all the same x value. That means an x values are being used more than once, and x values are the inputs. All right, I hope that was helpful.